why my why which column data should I update. Okay, now if I click this, behind the scenes it's check my id of this column and it will be update my data of particular of this column. Okay, same goes to this column and same goes to this column. Okay, this will be update through the id. Okay, this is for id and edit value and set a value. Why this thing? Because if we want to see this data here, we need to an state or an container so that we can store that data on that state. Okay, so I have stored that text which is coming from this button, then I am storing that text value in this state. Okay, now I have stored this thing. Okay, this thing is completed. Now coming on the use effect. Okay, guys, as I already gave you one task that you should learn about the use effect yesterday. Okay, now if you have learned, that's perfect. If you have not learned about the use effect, then see here how what is use effect. Basically, use effect is also an hook provided by the React JS, which is used for when you want to perform an task when page will be reload or at the time of reloading your page. Okay, at the time your use effect will automatically run a time, but if you want to do if you want to run use effect also and based on your condition, then you can do it. Okay, how? Now there is an empty. If I'll do it as an empty, then it will be work only when my page will be refreshed. But if I give here condition that when to do's change. Okay, what is this called? This means to do's. To do's means when to do's will change, means this data will be changed at that time. This inside of this functionality will automatically changed. Okay, inside this functionality will automatically change set item. Wh- why why local store set item is used? Because if this to do's will change anytime, because there is I already said to you, this is an container. Okay, set to do is as a container where we store the data, but if you refresh the page, your state data will become the null. Okay, means container will become empty. Okay, now to persist that container we will use local storage. Okay, now if container have any changes, okay, means new data have stored in container, at that time this local storage will work. Okay, this local storage will work, and what it will be do, it will be set my new to do, it will set my new to do's into my local storage. Okay, this is the syntax to store the to do's in local storage. Okay, now coming on the line number 18, how add to do is working. Okay, now add to do is basically a function to store the data in states or in a container so that we can easily see it. Okay, add to do, as you can see, if I note down anything and click on add button, behind the scenes what happened, my uh, add, yeah, this add button will add my data into here. How? When I click add, I have write one function add to do, and now here as you can see I have checked if input value in what is input value. Input value is this what we are writing here. Okay, now we are checking dot trim method is used to check whether your input value is a space or not. Okay, whether your input value is space or not. If this will be space, it will be not add through this syntax. Okay, now what I am doing here, I have created a variable new to do's and generating a random id. How I am generating random id? Through new date dot get time. It will generate new id randomly, and new, it will become a unique id means for your all to dos, because time will never be same. Okay, it will behind the scenes what happened, time goes inside the milliseconds. It will look like this. Okay, every millisecond it's changed to 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14, like this. Okay, this changed like this. Okay, so this id will become unique at all. Now I have created, it's similar to a variable, a payload. Okay, and text is similar a input value which we are doing here. Okay, this will store my data. Now I have a payload called new to do. Okay, now what I am doing here, I am storing a set to do's which is my an state. And now why these triple dots and to do's? It means please get the previous to do's. Dot triple dot means please get the previous to do's from my this state and add new to do, and add new to do. Now this functionality will work. How? My new to do's will add, and my previous to do will also add. Then my new to do will be add to set to do container. Okay, use state you can refer as a container, so my previous to do's will not remove and my new to do will be there. Okay, and my set input value is null here. Why? Because if I'll not do null this value, it will never null. This input field value will be never null. Okay, as you can see, it is it is not becoming null. Okay, so to become its null, I have make it as a it's set state as a empty. Okay, this is how add to do is working. Now come on the delete to do. Okay, now guys, as I already said to you that when this set to do will change, when this set to do will change, my use effect and this local storage will automatically run, and it will be add that data to my local storage. Okay, means it will be store my data in local storage as well, so that my data will never lost. Okay, uh yeah, this is how add operations work. Let's come on to the delete operations, how delete operations work. Okay, so guys, as you can see, at the time of adding the to do, I have add two things. One is id and another one is text. Why id? So that we can easily identify which id should which column data should I update, which column id which column data should I delete. Okay, for our reference and code perplexity, we have used id here. Okay, now delete, how delete functionality works. Okay, now there is a button, delete button. If I click on it, guys, id is not visible to us, but behind the scenes it is present in the inside my program. Okay, it's not visible to us, but it is inside the, it is present inside the code, inside this behind this code. Okay, in the client memory. Okay, it is in the client memory. Okay, now delete to do function, when user will click the delete button, behind the scenes what will happen, it will call my delete to do button. Okay, delete to do a function. Okay, this is function delete to do, where I am sending the to do dot id. There, this is, this to do id is different, this to do id is different, all the to do's ids are different. Okay, so I am I am sending an ID as well of particular column. These are the columns, as you can refer it as a column. So I am sending each column ID. Okay. So I am sending each column ID to this ID. Okay. Now here, what is doing? It is filtering the data from my to-dos where all the to-dos are there. Now behind the scenes, delete functionality is working like it is filtering the data, it is getting all the data, and now it is through the filter method it is removing id to do dot id should not equal to id, the id which is coming from here, which is coming from here should not equal to these id. Means behind the scenes what will happen, it will it will remove this data and it will filter out this data and it will be stored in this container, in set to container, and it will automatically remove my this id. Okay, behind the scenes this is how this will work. Okay, so this is about the delete functionality. Now let's come on to the edit button, how edit functionality is working. Okay, now if I click to the edit button, this is, as you can see, if I'll click the edit button, the edit mode function will work, and it will show me my input field and update button. Okay, through I condition already said to you guys. So it will also store my id to an state and also in and also its text, so that we can use that data which we want to update. Okay, now there is an update button. Where is an update button? This is an update button. Okay, update button. When I'll do any changes at that time, what happened, update to do function will call. When I click the update button, it will call update to do button, and it will map my all to do's. It will get my all the to do's, and it will check my edit id, which is coming from to do id. Okay, edit id, which I sent from here. From here I have sent id as well. So it will be check my that id, and it will be filter from these id. If the id behind the all ids are coming, it will be check all the ids. If this id and this id will be same, which I have sent from here, will same, then it will be send my to do's and its text value. Okay, what this mean, I'll explain it later. Means how this filter functions is doing, like it is getting all the data. And now it is filtering based on the id, where from where id is coming from. This functionality, edit functionality, id goes to an state. We are storing that state. We are storing that id and state edit id, and now I am doing filtering here. Okay, and returning its value. Okay, now I'll get the updated to do. Okay, I'll get all the updated to do's. Okay, now I have update set to do's is my main container where all the to do's are there, and I have update its value. Okay, now edit mode will become false. When by default it was false, so we were not able to see this input field and this button. Now when I clicked that button, my edit was true, so it this button and this input field was visible to us. Now what will happen, it will become false. Means then if I'll click on this update button, my my this input field and this button will not visible to us. Let's check it out. Update, and now as you can see, it's removed. Okay, now set edit id is null for, so that id should not store once, it should be become null, and set edit value is null, so that these input value can be null. Okay, this is how update buttons work. Okay guys, this is the main thing, how add, get. Let's come on the get functionality. Okay, so as I already said to you that my all the to do's are inside my this functionality. Okay, all the functionality are my inside this functionality. Okay, now come on to the code. As you can see, I have mapped here how these datas are coming from, where these datas are coming. Okay, now the main container is to do's and set to do. Okay, I have used to do's dot map functionality, where I am getting, this is the guys, this is the basic syntax. You should know about you should know about the syntax. Okay, to do's is basically in container where I am getting the each data todos.id as a key and to-do.text. This is to-do.text, which is to-do text. If I'll comment it out, then it will not visible to us. Okay. Now this is to-do.text, which is coming from to-do's container. Okay, and these buttons are showing to us. Okay, this is the how to-dos and CRUD operations works in front end side. Okay, guys, this is about the to-do operations, how to-do and CRUD operations work. Let's come on to the real-time example. Okay, let's come on to the Flipkart. Okay, this is, as you can see, we get the data. You can see it's not looking good like Flipkart, but you can compare it for your reference. We are getting the data same, they are getting the data. Okay, they are getting the data. If I have access to the if I have to the access of admin panel, then I can delete that data, so I can delete from here. If I have permission in Flipkart, then I can update the data. As you can see, I can update the data. Similar kind of functionality are there. Okay, this is how the main thing or basic thing you should know about the CRUD operation. This is the main thing, guys. You should know about the CRUD, and it's my one request to all of you guys. Please do CRUD operations by yourself. Okay, once I'll give you a repo. I'll give you a repo. Let's come to the repo. GitHub. I'll give you a repo link. Okay. Mm, to do. I'll give you later. Okay, I'll give you later. I'll find it out and will give you. If there is no GitHub, then I'll push this code in GitHub and I'll share with you. So please do it by yourself. And if you have guys any doubts, feel free to ask. Let's come on attendance. Guys, if you have any questions noted down, then I'll go to the next topic. Okay. If you have any doubt related to this, then please ask. Okay. You don't have any questions, right? Okay. Great, but you should ask. Okay, the event does not happen at all. Okay, you should know. If you have any query, then you should ask, but let's come to the code. If you don't have, that's fine. Now let's come to the backend side. Backend CRUD operations, how CRUD operations happens in the backend. Okay, now this is my backend structure. Okay, MVP, model view controller. MVC, model view controller. What is meaning by this? Okay, M stand for model where we define the schema, what kind of data should store in the data. View stand for view. You can refer it as your routes, or means basically view basically used in EJS, where you send the emails. You got an email, right? Like an email I got from a Google. Okay, now similar kind of these things happen through the view. Okay, MVC, sorry, MVC. C stand for controller, where we write down logic for your API. Okay, this is MVC. How? Now let's come to the backend side, how the things work. Okay, let's first of all come to the MongoDB. Guys, do you know MongoDB? Quick response, please. Okay, great. Okay, so those who don't know MongoDB is a basically a NoSQL database where we store the data in an object format. Okay, in a JSON format. Okay, this is the MongoDB. Okay, just simple quick overview. Okay, let's come to the MongoDB. Now I'm continue with Google and I'll create a project in MongoDB. To do project name is to do and create new project. Now there is cluster. We have to create a cluster for store our data. You can refer it same as a container. Okay, now I'll use a free trial, free services. Okay, okay. Now my backend has been started. Okay, I have what I have do here. I go to MongoDB website. Okay, in cloud, and I have created a cluster for to do my to dos. Okay, I have created a, you can refer it as a project for my to dos database, and I am using it in my local system so that I can store my data in MongoDB. Okay, so let's come to the code. I have used Express.js as a backend. Uh, I'll explain you it, how this is working. Okay, there is a package Express. I have installed Express. As you can see, there is a package.json, and now inside backend, how backend work? It goes to package.json. It's goes to the main variable name, and there is an app.js file mentioned name. Means what does mean by this? It will be start reading from app.js file code. Okay, it will start from reading here. Okay, now my code will start reading from app.js through my package.json. Okay, now what I'm doing here, I'm importing express. I'm importing mongoose for storing my data, and routes for where my routes are defined for my APIs. Okay, and my course is basically a package which allow us wait, yeah, which allows us to connect with the multiple domains. Like if your backend runs in 8000 and your front end runs in 3000. Now if your front end 3000 local path want to get the data from port number 880, which is my backend, then I have give to the access through course package. Okay, so I am using course for this. Okay, so that there will be no error when front end will get the data. Okay. Now, .env is basically a package to load the env file variables into the component, into the this project. Okay. Now, what I'm doing here, I am getting the app from my Express. Its name can be anything. Okay. It's basically a server. Okay, you can refer it as a server, which is provided by Express. Okay. Now I'm defining path 9900 and express.jsn. The use app dot is use is basically a middleware where middleware basically, guys, please go to one thing for you today. Check out what is middleware. Okay, this is the task for today task for you. Middleware. Okay, so middleware is a basically a thing. .env means you said sir, but it was fast. Okay. .env, this is the package. This is the .envn package which which load means which get the data. Means sometime what happen, the file is the variable mongodb url or anything which is inside this file will not does not comes here. Okay, to get it properly without any error we use .env. Okay, so that this package do, it will it will easily load all the variables name which are inside the .env file into the project. Okay, so this is about the .env. Got it? Okay. Now my you when I use app.use at that time, what does it do? It basically checks first of all middleware. Yeah, let's come to the middleware first. Okay, what is middleware? Okay, middleware is a thing basically when any API called, first of all, it's come to the middleware and middleware validate it. If it's valid, means it you can refer it as a check that all the requests will come to the middleware. Then middleware checks it and then it will be parsed or it will be sent to the backend. Okay, first of all, it will be come to the middleware checks it, then it will be sent to the server or backend server. Okay, this is how. Now mongoose.connect. What is mongoose.connect? Mongoose is basically a package for connect our database with the mongodb. There is method.connect method where we are connecting our database with my server. Okay, mongoose.connect will connect my database. How it will connect my database? No sir, I think .env is a one package. If we change the code, are the CRUD operations in front end and back end same? Um, yeah, CRUD operations are same, but in front end for the CRUD operations we majorly use local storage so that our data will persist. Okay, but in backend we are using real time MongoDB. Okay, need code. Okay, clusters. Okay, need code cluster. I have already said to you need code. Okay, I'll provide .env means you said so, but it was fast. No sir, I think .env is one package. If we change the code and see the changes, it will update. No need to again run the command. No guys, .env does not do this. Our node mon do this. Okay, nodemon is basically a package which do this, which help us so that our server will not change it. Okay, means if we change anything, then there is no need to run the server again and again. Okay, it do automatically. Okay, this is for a nodemon. Okay, now let's come to the let's come to the mongoose.connect. Okay, now process.env.mongodb url. Here I am importing my .env packages from my .env file through this process.env.variable name. There is only one variable mongodb.url. Then there is a mongodb url. Okay, now There is same then and catch method. Yesterday I said to you promises, you should learn about the promises. Okay, please sir, can you do record? Please, okay, you will get all the recordings in YouTube, guys. Don't worry. Okay, you will get it in YouTube. Okay, you will get it. Same. Now, what I'm doing here, then and through the then and catch method, I am just waiting for some time until or unless my MongoDB will not connect with my server. Okay, this is how MongoDB works. App.use, guys, inside the app.use all the requests will come and it will goes to the routes. How my routes are defining here: slash route will get the data, save route will save the data, update route will update, and delete route will delete the data. I'll explain it later. And my server app is basically a variable which is coming from Express. Now I am listening. You can just say means starting my server in this port. This is the syntax. You should know about this port. And app.listen means it will be listen my server in this port. Okay, this is for today's lecture, guys. App.jsx we'll discuss with backend side in tomorrow's session. Okay, thank you for tomorrow's session, guys.
Thank you so much, Anis, to provide this insightful information to all of the guys. And thank you so much, Varun and Harsh.
Siddha, just wait, huh? Okay. Sorry.
Huh.
Sir, what is the use of process.en? Guys, means basically when you use a .js file, at the time you export the files. Okay, you export the variable's name, but in .env you can't export it. To get the variables, to get the .env variables, you use process.env. Okay, process.env dot file name or variable name which you. Okay, this is. Okay, Narayan, please continue.
Okay. So I have update for all of guys. We are excited to announce the B Square will be provide the material soon, and one study material we will share the also over the WhatsApp community group. So you need to go and join the community and subscribe over the all social media platforms. And one more thing, don't forget the mark of the attendance. So because if you have missed the session, so you are not eligible the certificate. You need to actively participate the sessions, then we will provide the certificate. Okay, and okay, that and for my side, and I have also announcement for all of guys. Everyone know about the project training. We so he will started soon, and that's it my side. If you have any question and the queries and the doubt, so you will ask the field free. Okay, Nis. So we can wrap up this session.
Okay, thank you, Siddharth.
Uh,
Okay, thank you
what
all.
is the average percentage of the attendance? Guys, of the 2 weeks workshop, you need to at least 10 days join the session. Then you will get the certificate. Otherwise, you are not eligible. And one more thing added in this, if you active the whole of the one time, it means in 1 hour a session, you need to active at least 40 and 55 minutes. Okay.
Okay, Siddhai.
Okay. So let's wrap up this session. We will catch you soon tomorrow at the same time. Thank you, Varun. Thank you, Anish. Thank you, Harsh. I was the meeting. I could fill the attendance and able to log To my attendance. Attendance will be start once meeting will be started. So you need to fill the attendance, and end of the meeting attendance is not a active form. So you need to first log in the session and mark the attendance. Then you will join the session.